Welcome back to the Renegade Report. I'm Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the greatest community college athletic department in the known universe, the Renegades. If you don't believe me, I pity the fool. Go to gogades.com and you're going to see a very colorful graphic in the rotating dynamic. That's the big picture at the top. And if you click on that, you'll see a video that encompasses the last 30 seconds of a game that Jazz Thind, number 8, wide receiver, you participated in. And that was a wild game.
Yes, it was. It was fun. A lot of fun.
When did you start playing football?
Since I was 8 years old, my first year.
Okay. And did you think you were going to stick with it this long, like playing college?
No. Honestly, football was my hobby back then. I was a basketball player all the way up to probably my sophomore year in high school.
Oh, I'm glad you shook that bad habit. I mean, it's a fine sport. It's a fine sport. And you're not short.
Nah, yeah, 6, I want to say. Give me 6'1.5".
I'll give you 6'2", dude.
Yeah.
You played like a 6'4" on Saturday, that's for sure. And where did you play in high school?
Frontier High School.
Okay, so actually there's a good number of Renegades who came from there. I mean, we had a baseball player that is now in the Midwest on scholarship.
He's one of my best friends.
Oh, who's that?
Brooks Douglas.
Oh, Brooks Douglas, yes. What a scrappy guy. So you guys have some things in common.
Yeah,
he's a grinder. He gets after it. But Jazz, you were healthy for the most part in high school.
Mm-hmm. Until the end.
Until the end.
Yep.
And what happened there?
I broke my collarbone, so I didn't get to finish my senior season, which sucked. But
Herb's point, it's a very weak point in your body right there. This is the collarbone, okay? And then you come to BC, and there were some hopes there. You know, you're excited to be playing in college, right? Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
Freshman year, I came out here, and it just training camp was not for me. I guess I strained my hamstring about like 2 times throughout training camp, and then had some family stuff going on. But
it happens.
Yeah, and then so I decided to gray shirt my first year. And then
and by the way, just to touch on that without getting into the details, nobody's immune from problems, right? You can plan and you can try to make the best decisions, but you never know. Stuff happens. But the key there, though, is keeping your chin up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you made decisions that were good for you, and here you are now helping us to this big victory, and you know, you're doing good in school, so you'll probably be going on to get a degree, and I'll be voting for you someday. But the injuries, what was that like?
Oh, it sucked. Like I said, I never really had any injuries until basically coming here. And
nothing against the trainers.
No, nothing against. Oh no, don't get me wrong. Mike and Fred and the whole training staff at Bakersfield College, they do a wonderful job. They got me healthy for the past 2 years.
But I mean that transition. What I meant was I didn't mean any disrespect to the trainers at Frontier, but the transition to college is different.
Oh, way different. It's hard. Even at the JUCO level, it's college football. So
straight up
college football.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys who go on to the NFL from this level, go on to D1, and we play some big, fast dudes, without a doubt. I mean, we played one of them on several of them on Saturday, actually. Did you ever feel like, this isn't going to work out, I'm never going to get healthy?
Yeah, that was probably last year. My freshman year, I got hurt in the first game against Riverside. Put me out for 4 games. There's my knee. Came back, played a couple games, strained my hamstring again. But I was able, I sat out a couple more games. I was able to finish the year. And then, but after that, I've been in the training room. Like, you could ask any of the teammates. I live in the training room basically now, so try to stay healthy. So
well, and that's the thing. Fred Smith, a Hall of Famer in our state Hall of Fame for athletic trainers, and Mike Medeiros is awesome. Trisha Gay is incredible, and then of course they have student interns that are working in there. But they really focus on prevention, and they're watching your body mechanics. They're really doing kinesiology or. I always screw that up. You know what I mean,
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology.
That's
the
my
study
major.
of. Oh, is it? I'm glad you know how to pronounce it. And you have good role models there, but they're into injury prevention, and clearly that's worked for you. And Jazz, I'll be quite honest, I was pleasantly surprised. I followed your story, but to see you get your first collegiate touchdown reception.
That was fun. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I forgot how it felt like, but
to haul down 6.
Yeah, so it was fun. First home game, yeah.
And that hasn't been so much of your role though this season. Take us to the fourth quarter. We had a 15-point lead at one point, or a 12-point lead at one point, and it evaporates. And there's this quarterback across the field from Mr. El Camino who's doing all kinds of crap. He's running all over the place.
Yeah, he was a great player, but like I said, football is a game of momentum and emotion. But when I saw them, they scored and they kicked the onside kick. I was on the onside recovery team, just kicked a little bit to the outside of me, so Mr. Vickers had to go up and get it. Barely went right over his fingers, and when I saw that happen, I was like, oops. But I still didn't lose hope. I thought, I had hope in our defense. They made a great play. They hauled the ball in the air and made a great play in the end zone. So they put them up. They were up by 1. Then they went for 2. Did a little Tebow pass. Went up by 3. But the whole time I had the same calm demeanor. I was like, I still believe that we're gonna win. And so I believe a lot of people on the team thought the same thing.
Now, just to pause here for a second. Did you feel like, because I felt this way, sometimes people give the Renegades a rap for being like, oh, you guys are too business, you're too stiff. And it's like, no, man, that's discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Would Coach Judy have caught into you guys jumping around and cheering before the game was over? Like I don't want to throw any shade on anybody, but I kind of think you should wait until the fat lady has sung.
Yeah, clock kick 0. Exactly. But yeah, no BC players would ever think about doing that before the clock ticks 0. But
no sideline celebrations until it's all over.
But yeah, I just remember. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
After we got the ball, I had no worries, honestly. And we just rode down the field, had a crucial catch. Yeah, I was happy about it.
No, and you should be. So did they call your number in the huddle? Did you know the ball was coming to you?
Kind of, because we call 2 different routes on each side of the field, and I was like, all right, I'm going on this side of the field. I think I'm gonna get open. So that's what I thought, and it happened, and I just do my job basically. That's what I did. Just did my job, caught the ball, got the first down, put us in good field position, and then the
magic and
football gods do the rest. Yeah.
They did well, the football gods, and then also here I'm going to give you credit, and I also want to tip the hat to Eder, because it's easy to see what Derek does, because Derek is a special human being. Mm-hmm. He really is. They don't make football players like that very often, but. And again, go to gogades.com and click on the dynamic that says this is how lengths of turf become legendary, and you will see the video that plays out what Jazz and I are talking about right now. But what was the play there? It's a post route for the 2 outside receivers, correct?
No, it was actually I don't remember what the other side. We usually call plays based on the coverage, and usually the defenses play 2 different coverages on each side of the field. But I remember I was on the same side as Derek, and we had just 2 streaks. And I remember looking pre-snap at the corner at Derek, and he was squatted, and I was like, oh, that's cover 2, or it's the corner squatted, and I see 1 safety on top. He's on top of me, so my plan was just running straight at the safety, occupy him, and hopefully Derek could get past that dude, get back on his track, and make a catch. And that's what he did. He was wide open. I remember looking for the ball, went over my head, looked at Derek. He was no one within 15 yards of him, and he caught it. And I was just like, go. Yeah, I thought he got in. I still think he got in, but they called him out the 2.
When you go to gogades.com and you click on that video,
yeah, it makes sense.
the sound that I'm making, that was me screaming, go, go. And then the reason it sounds like I had a stroke is because I took my headphones off and set them down and turned around and walked away. I'd lost all control. But it was that kind of play, and you'll understand when you see it. Lemicio Hill tries to get in. I thought he got in. They said that he didn't get in. They said Vickers didn't get in. But then Eder Tavera from Golden Valley and of the United States Army, he's a guy who has seen combat, and he is a great dude. He is a man out there. He put a block down in front of. He put 2 blocks in my mind in front of Derek. I could have pulled you. I could have carried you on my back.
Basically, that's
hole.
how big the hole was. But Derek made the right read, went in the right hole. That was huge, and
zipped through it.
We came out with a W, and that's when after the clock hit 0, then we did a fair share celebrating also.
And you deserved it. And we got to give our credit to the coaching staff, the guys up front that bought time, and of course Dalton Gallus, everybody, the scout
Dalton
team.
had a great game. Yep.
He had a sweet game. He made some great throws, and the defense made plays when they needed to. And I think it was a great team win.
Great team win. It was awesome. That's why you play football. Right there is the ending right there. And yeah. Hopefully next time we could finish the game without it being that close. But hey,
Yes.
we'll take the W, just how Coach Chudy said. So we'll take the W.
That is correct, and we're going into league play 4-1. We've got a bye this weekend, but that doesn't mean you can't keep reliving the El Camino game like I've been, almost in degenerate fashion. If you go to goodgades.com, you're going to find that highlight video right now, plus scores from all of the Renegade Athletics teams and all of their recent accomplishments, and boy, have they been doing a good job lately. Women's soccer picked up a loss against high-ranked Fresno City College this week, but they had 2 shutout victories before that. Alondra Villa's back in the goal for them. Some exciting things happening for BC Soccer. And then the volleyball team is playing very, very well. They're ranked. And the wrestling team, my goodness, they went to Santa Ana, and Pedro Sarabia took first at 125s. And then I am forgetting the name of the other gentleman, our 184-pounder. Yes, Julio. He won the tournament as well, and they only place out to the top 4. So great job by BC Wrestling. And also our golf team, Jeanette Chan, has been posting scores in the 70s, low 70s, and I can't wait to see what she's going to do at the end of the season, if you know what I mean. But go visit GoGades.com for great videos, interviews with the coaches, and, of course, all the latest action. Right now, we're going to say thank you to some of our great sponsors like W.A. Thompson and Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, and we thank you for watching. Jazz, thanks for being on the show, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week, guys.
For more than 75